Non-conference softball coming up here in a matter of moments. A couple of teams that haven't played in 2 decades getting a chance to face off here on a sunny Friday afternoon. From Bedrosian Stadium at Spartan Athletic Park, this is today's non-conference softball matchup between the Spartans of Aurora University and the Pointers of the University of Wisconsin at Stevens Point. And we're glad that you're with us here on this Friday. Cold, but we've got sunshine. It's dry. And we're so glad that you are with us for this one. My name is Sean Fry. Aurora coming in at 12-2 on the season, but off of a split at Franklin on Wednesday. That was one that was originally scheduled to be here earlier in the season. Postponed, rescheduled, and then eventually moved to Franklin because it just wouldn't stop raining here during midweek. Spartans won the first game 12-2 in 6 innings. Ended up with a split after dropping game 2 5-3. And now the Spartans get set to welcome the Pointers here to Montgomery, Illinois. Stevens Point coming in at 13-5. They were set to play yesterday in a home opening doubleheader against Lakeland. That didn't happen. So last action for the Pointers was on their Florida spring break trip. They went 6-4 for the trip and come in at 13-5 on the season. And so we're expecting a very good couple of games here between two very good softball teams. We're both looking for quality victories here in the non-conference. So let's bring you the starting lineups first for the visitors from the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. And they will send the sophomore from... Let me try that again. We're going to send out the sophomore from Mayville, Wisconsin, Abby Van Beek, into the circle for game 1. It'll be her 10th start and 16th appearance overall. She is 7-4 with a 2.35 ERA, and opponents hitting .239 against her. She has 49 strikeouts in 53 2/3 innings. The lineup today, it'll be the senior center fielder leading things off for UW Stevens Point, Maddie Candry, out of St. Charles, Illinois. Then it is the freshman shortstop from Spring Grove, Illinois, Jesse Clicker, hitting second. Batting third and playing first base, the junior from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, Sarah Traxel. The cleanup hitter is a junior from Grayslake, Illinois, Becca Geyer. She will play second base. Batting fifth, playing right field, the junior from Antioch, Illinois, Meg Lawrence. It'll be the freshman catcher from Richmond, Illinois, Rachel Baker, hitting sixth. The pitcher, Abby Van Beek, bats seventh, hitting eighth, is the freshman third baseman from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Emmy Sobrario. And the designated player hits last. It's the freshman from Stevens Point, Jenna Eilers. The flex player is in left field, and that is the junior from Rosemont, Illinois, Clarissa Messina. So Van Beek, the pitcher, and then the lineup today, Candry, Clicker, Traxel, Geyer, Lawrence, Baker, Van Beek, Sobrario, and Eilers, with Messina, the flex player for UW Stevens Point. Ryan Knitzer is the head coach for the Pointers. Now the starters for the host Spartans of Aurora University. In the circle will be the senior right-hander Hannah Tomasco. It'll be her 7th start and 10th appearance. She's pitched to a 6-1 record and a 1.48 ERA with 47 strikeouts in 42 2/3 innings. Opponents are hitting .239 against her. The lineup today, leading off, doing the catching, is the senior from Berkeley, Illinois, Josie Liddon. Then it is the junior center fielder from Burlington, Wisconsin, Gemma Feeway. And hitting third is the junior shortstop from Hebron, Indiana, Ashley Talaga. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter plays first base. It's a junior from Brookfield, Wisconsin, Lexi Rayborn. Batting fifth, playing second base, is the sophomore from Cedar Lake, Indiana, Tyler Chambers. Hitting sixth today, I think I said Chambers was batting sixth. She's batting fifth. So the sixth hitter for Aurora plays left field, the junior from Chicago, Delilah Aguirre. Hitting seventh is the designated player, a junior from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Abby Miller. Batting eighth, playing third base, a sophomore from Foster City, California, Jordan Seafried. Rounding out the order is the sophomore right fielder out of Union Mills, Indiana, Faith Biggs. Liddon, Feeway, Talaga, Rayborn, Chambers, Aguirre, Miller, Seafried, and Biggs the lineup for Aurora, with Tomasco pitching. AU led by head coach Mike McKenzie. And those are your starting lineups here at Bedrosian Stadium. The lineup cards have been exchanged, and we'll bring you the first pitch for game 1 of our twin bill today for the Spartans. Game number 15 of the season coming up right here at athletics.aurora.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, we are ready for softball here today. A couple games on the agenda today. There has already been a schedule change for the weekend as Aurora was set to be at Alverno tomorrow afternoon. They'll now play that on Monday evening. And so Aurora will get tomorrow off and then play at home on Sunday and Monday against St. Norbert and Alverno, which as of this moment are two winless teams on the season. So both of them will be trying to change that, and Aurora will, of course, be hoping to keep it that way. Hannah Tomasco coming off of 6 innings of 2-run ball in Game 1 against Franklin on Wednesday, struck out 6. And that gave her her 6th win of the season. Of course, the second-team All-American from last season. Out for another turn here for Aurora. Be her 71st career start. She's looking for career win number 55. Around the infield here for Aurora, Jordan Seafried plays third base. Ashley Talaga is at short. Tyler Chambers is playing second base, and Lexi Rayborn is the first baseman. Josie Liddon is behind the plate. Delilah Aguirre in left field. Gemma Feeway is in center, and Faith Biggs is playing right field today. So the left-handed hitting senior Maddie Candry leads things off, and she has been terrific. Leads the WIAC in the entire slash line. She has been very, very good, and she'll take ball one to begin the proceedings today, hitting .545, and since I mentioned that slash line, how about .618 for an on-base percentage and .836 slugging. Check swing here and a pop-up foul into shallow left and down for strike one. So Candry with 10 doubles, couple of home runs, 10 RBIs on the season. Hit .548 over the spring trip, 17 for 31 in 10 games with 4 doubles. 1-1 pitch here from Tomasco, the heater that is in for strike two. And so the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Candry. Tomasco tries to take her out of the zone here, and the count evens at 2-2. Candry on a 14-game hitting streak. A .416 career hitter, which right now makes her the Pointers' career leader, but she is rung up here as Tomasco paints the outside corner with the fastball, and there's one away here to open up the contest. Home plate umpire today is James Jones. And in the field today for game one is Michael Naranjo. Jessie Clicker swings and misses. First pitch she sees as Tomasco takes her up and out of the zone. The freshman has been very good as well for the Pointers. 0-1 pitch misses outside here to even the count. Already hit 12 doubles, which leads the WIAC, hitting .426 on the season with 4 big flies and 10 homers on the season, batting here from the left side. Tomasco looks for the outside corner and misses here with the heater. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Clicker with 5 extra base hits, 5 RBIs, and a .324 average on the Florida trip for the Pointers, out in front of the 2-1 here, and hits that foul down the third base line. And it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the 2-hitter in the Pointers order. Made her high school ball at Richmond Burden High School. 3rd-team All-State as a senior last year. Here's the 2-2 from Tomasco. Up and out of the zone here as the count loads for the first time. Aurora in their home white uniforms with blue pants. UW Stevens Point wearing purple uniform tops with white pants. Here's the payoff pitch to the freshman Clicker. Swing and a miss, and Tomasco strikes out the first 2 she sees to begin the afternoon. And that'll bring up the junior Sarah Traxel. Had a real good 30 days of softball or so. Get started off here with strike one over the outside corner. Hit in 12 straight between February 18th and March 21st. Brings a .333 average here and a pop-up. First base side drifting foul. Tomasco will take care of it herself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the opening half inning at Bedrosian Stadium. Stevens Point nothing. Spartans coming to bat. This is Aurora University softball. Abby Van Beek is in the circle for UW Stevens Point. Took the loss in her last start against MIT to conclude the spring trip. 4 innings of 1-run ball, though. A bit of a tough luck loss there. Scattered 5 hits and a walk, struck out 2. Did pitch a complete game victory over Chicago 3 days before that, though, with 7 innings of 1-run ball. And the sophomore from Mayville, Wisconsin, and the Trinity Christian transfer has been off to a very good start to the young 2022 season here at UW Stevens Point. So UW Stevens Point retired in order to lead off the contest, and now Aurora will get its first swings of the day as Josie Liddon digs in here from the right side for Aurora. Van Beek winds and fires the first pitch down the middle for strike one. Liddon hitting .395 with 4 doubles, 1 3-bagger, and 6 RBIs on the season. Swings and misses after pulling back the bunt, and that makes it 0-2 as Van Beek quickly getting ahead here of Aurora's leadoff hitter. Here's the 0-2. That one runs up and in. The count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Josie 1 for 3 with a double in game 2 against Franklin after going 0 for 4 in the opener on Wednesday. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled off and sprayed into the parking lot. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Aurora's leadoff hitter. Van Beek winds and deals, and Liddon stays alive as she sprays that one into the netting. Couple of clean defenses here. Well, Aurora is averaging slightly more than an error per game. UW Stevens Point slightly less, but on the whole, two teams used to fielding it well here, and a challenge right away for UW Stevens Point. I don't know if you would call that a swinging bunt, but a soft pop-up with a lot of backspin. It never made it to Van Beek, and then kind of died in no man's land out there between the pitcher's circle and the plate. So Liddon able to leg out an infield single. And Gemma Feeway hitting here from the left side will step in. And we'll see if Mike McKenzie tries to put some pressure on the Stevens Point defense. First pitch here from Van Beek to Feeway is inside for ball 1. Feeway hitting .262. Had a 5-game hitting streak, snapped in game 2 against Franklin. She went 0 for 3 after starting 1 for 4 with a run. A little slap hit here. It'll be knocked down by Van Beek, but wasn't able to handle it clean, and it's back-to-back infield singles here to begin. Although it looks like they're going to credit this an error on the pitcher here. And so it'll be the first 2 aboard here. Nobody out for the 3-hitter, Ashley Talaga. And just mentioned the defense, and then play that just wasn't quite clean enough. It'll be a sacrifice bunt here from the 3-hitter Talaga. And it's a good one here, as Ashley will be retired 1-3. Real quick, it's Emmy Sabrario at third base, Jesse Clicker playing short, Becca Geyer at second base, and Sarah Traxel at first for the Pointers. Rachel Baker is behind the plate. Left to right around the outfield, Clarissa Messina, Maddie Candry, and Meg Lawrence. Lexi Rayborn has driven in 19 this season. Has a chance to do it here and takes ball 1 outside. Hitting .435 on the season. Has 8 doubles, 2 home runs. Went 3 for 7 against Franklin. And it looks like head coach Ryan Knitzer will be very careful here with Rayborn, and in fact, they'll give her the free pass. So that'll load the bases with 1 out here after this 4th wide one coming up to Rayborn. And Tyler Chambers will have to be dealt with. Hitting from the left side. It's hit in 3 straight, went 3 for 7, and drove in 3 on Wednesday. Brings a .395 average with 12 RBIs and a home run here. But first, a mound visit. Ryan Knitzer in year 5 with the Pointers. prior to that, spent a season in the NAC with Alverno, won 13 games there, and now has led the Pointers to several successful seasons here. Went 23-16 last season to tie for third in the WIAC. Lost a heartbreaker in the tournament semifinals in 8 innings to UW Whitewater. Big spot for Aurora here. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the first. No score for now. Will it stay that way? Van Beek winds and deals here to the left-handed hitting Chambers. It's a roller out to second. There will be no opportunity to turn 2, but it will score Liddon. And so Chambers with the productive out. She's retired 4-3, but it is 1-0 Aurora. And it'll be Delilah Aguirre batting here. And it should be with runners on second and third. Chambers staying here on first base. I guess, is there any discussion that first baseman was not on the base? No. So now Chambers comes off. And so it is. A couple of runners in scoring position and 2 outs for Delilah Aguirre. Hitting .279 with 9 RBIs this season for the Spartans. Can extend the lead here, 1-0, home half of the first. Van Beek misses low here with the fastball to begin this plate appearance. Delilah 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI in game 1 against Franklin. And she'll hit one out to short here. Clicker will field it cleanly. Throw across the diamond is good and in time. And the inning comes to an end. Aurora with a run in on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. And through 1 inning, Aurora on the board first. They lead UW Stevens Point 1-0. Top of the second inning, and Aurora on the board here 1-0, and facing the middle of the UW Stevens Point order. Becca Geyer started off with strike 1 from Hannah Tomasco. Fanned the first 2 batters in the Pointers order, retired them 1-2-3, and now is ahead of Geyer 0-2. The junior, hitless in her last couple, but hit .308 for the spring trip and has a .389 batting average on the season, so one of a number of bats that have been off to a hot start here for the Pointers. She'll take ball 1 outside. First team all-conference last season for UW Stevens Point. Hit .324, drove in 24. Here's a pop-up to the left side. The shortstop Talaga is there and has the first out. And that's 4 up and 4 down to start the contest here for Tomasco. I'll bring up Meg Lawrence. Junior right fielder, hitting here from the right side. As Tomasco looks in, she'll come to the plate here and misses with the fastball inside. Lawrence off to a .345 start, 3 homers, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and she's driven in 21. Here's a looper foul down the first base side. 1 ball and a strike here to UW Stevens Point's 5-hitter. Pointers picked to finish 3rd in the WIAC behind UW Oshkosh, right now ranked 15th in the recent NFCA poll. UW Whitewater also picked ahead of them. They went 1-2 in the standings last season. Lawrence takes the fastball over the outside corner as the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. And Tomasco looking to go 5 for 5 to start the ball game and gets a pop-up on fair territory on the third base side, and Seyfried will come in and make the catch. And there are 2 away. And so Tomasco, so far, off to a very good start and faces the freshman Rachel Baker here in the 6th spot. She swings to the first pitch and hits one high in the foul territory left field. Aguirre is there and makes the catch. And Tomasco is back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings to start the contest. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, and it's Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 1-0. One nothing Spartans. Bottom third of the order due up here in the bottom of the 2nd. And Abby Miller to lead things off here for Aurora. Abby Van Beek fires in strike 1 here to start off the junior. Miller 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI in game 1 against the Grizzlies on Wednesday. They were her first hits of the season. Went 0 for 3 in the nightcap. Now 2 for 9 on the season. She'll swing at the 0-1 and roll it foul down the third base side. 11 at-bats last season, or I should say, finished with 11 at-bats. Doubled twice, had 3 hits. 0-2 is shot foul and out of play. Miller, an alum of Tremper High School in Kenosha, same as the Stevens Point third baseman, Emmy Sobrario. It seemed to be a good chance. They are familiar. It's the 0-2 here to Miller. We'll fight that one off as well. For Van Beek, leads the WIAC in innings pitched, victories, and strikeouts. 4th in OBA. And in general has been quite good for UW Stevens Point. Ended up with a lot of traffic on the base paths in the first inning, looking for a cleaner inning here. They'll take Miller up and away for ball 1. Jordan Seyfried and Faith Biggs do up this inning as well for Aurora. Miller hitting here from the right side. Van Beek winds, and on 1 and 2 misses high. A lot of movement with number 1 that time. 41 degrees here as we get game 1 underway. Partly cloudy. Winds are pointing toward the foul pole and right. 10 miles per hour. Here's a ground ball to third. Sobrario fields it on 1. Big hop. And the throw is in time for out number 1. I think a third baseman will take that kind of hop any day of the week. That will bring Jordan Seyfried to the plate. Sophomore 4 for 7 with a couple of runs against Franklin, hit in both games, and takes ball one low and inside here. Jordan coming in hitting .324 as a double and 4 RBIs on the season. Van Beek looks at the wristband, gets the sign, and now comes to the plate here. Seafried with a check swing. They'll appeal, and Michael Naranjo says she went. And I'll be honest, in real time, I thought she went as well. So the count 1-1 here, and Van Beek missed the release point on that one. It goes high and wide, and it brings the freshman Baker out of the crouch. 2 balls, 1 strike here to the Spartan 8-hitter. 1 out, nobody on here. Aurora up 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. Van Beek gets the bottom to fall out of that pitch, and it'll even the count. See Faith Biggs this inning. She's in the on-deck circle. Sun peaks out as Van Beek comes to the plate on 2-2, and here's a slow roller to short. Clicker has to charge it. Good field, good exchange, and a good throw for the 6-3 putout. And out number 2. And so here is Faith Biggs, who, after a bit of a bumpy start, she was just 4 for 24 through her first 9 games, has turned it around with a 4-game hitting streak, and has gone 7 for 11 during that time, including a 4 for 6 day against Franklin. She had a 3-run home run, drove in 4 on the day, and scored 3 times against Franklin. And she'll take ball 1 here from Van Beek to start this plate appearance. Biggs hitting from the right side, now up to .314 on the season. She'll take strike 1 on the heater over the inner half. The alum of South Central High School out of Union Mills, Indiana. 1-1. Shows bunt, pops it up foul, but that will make it all the way over to the masonry under the netting. So no play there for Baker. That'll be a ball and 2 strikes here as Van Beek looks to retire Aurora in order here in the home second. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Normal infield alignment, the center fielder, Kandry, now shading into the alley and right as the pitch comes in and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So perhaps maybe a bit of a tell that they were trying to take Biggs away that time. We'll see what Kandry does here on the 2-2 pitch. Plays it straight away. This one comes up, down and in rather, and misses. So the count is full here to the Spartan 9-hitter. Josie Liddon with her shin guards on, waiting in the on-deck circle for the Spartans. If Biggs can reach. 3-2 is sprayed foul. We'll try the payoff pitch again. Van Beek looks in to the dugout, now has the signal, and misses low here for ball 4. 2-out base runner here for Aurora, and it will turn the lineup over. Liddon reached with an infield single to lead off the ball game for Aurora. And now we'll try to make it 2 for 2 here. 105th game here for Liddon today. Came in as a .374 career hitter. And a tremendous career here for the Spartans. She'll swing at the first pitch here and foul that into the netting. Count no balls and a strike here as Van Beek looks to battle. Liddon fouls that off and will take a moment to collect herself. Van Beek made 9 appearances on the Florida trip for the Pointers, through 34 1/3 innings in total and allowed 10 earned runs. That's a 2.04 ERA. In other words, not bad, to say the very least. 0-2, misses low and away. Not bad at all for the sophomore right-hander. Trying to keep it 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first, 2 outs. Aurora in front. Liddon pulls the bat out in front. Now brings it back and takes ball 2 upstairs. Snap throw down the first just to keep Biggs honest. The sophomore back in plenty of time. Count will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Liddon once again with the bat out in front. She'll pull as the pitch comes in. It misses. Biggs was off with the pitch and is in safe with the stolen base. Aurora came in 18 for 21 stealing bases this season. Biggs is now 7 for 9. And it'll put a runner in scoring position with a 3-2 count to Liddon. She gets out in front there and rolls it foul down the third base line. So we try the full count offering here to Aurora's leadoff hitter. Base hit likely makes it 2-0. Ground ball to short, and Clicker through traffic had to make a nice play on the second hop. Another good throw across the diamond is in time, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And through 2 innings, Aurora leads UW Stevens Point 2-0. This is Aurora University softball. Top of the third inning here, and Aurora up 1-0, and the 7-hitter Abby Van Beek behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes as Hannah Tomasco has set down the first 6 pointers of the day and just misses here on 0-2. Van Beek, the pitcher for the Pointers today, coming in hitting .323 is a couple of bombs and 9 RBIs on the season. Behind in the count here, 1-2, and we'll foul off that offering. Now we do have a scoring change from the first inning as Tyler Chambers reached in the first inning. That was originally credited as an error. That has been changed now to a base hit. 1-2 is popped up high over the middle of the infield, just left of the bag as we see it. And the shortstop Talaga is there for the first out. And that'll bring up Emmy Sobrario. 8-hitter here for Stevens Point, hitting .257 on the season and hitting here from the right side. Did go 6 for 19, just under .333 on the spring trip with a home run and 4 RBI. She bats here. Looking for Stevens Point's first base runner. She'll take ball 1 outside. Tomasco just 28 pitches here to get through 2 1/3 innings. He gets a roll around here to the left side. Talaga will take it after Seafried was called off, and the throw is in time to beat Sobrario by a step. 2 up, 2 down, make it 8 up and 8 down for the Pointers here to begin our opener today. Stevens Point with a 9-hitter today that hits .375 on the season and from the left side, so it'll be a tough one for Aurora here, and they'll bring the corner infielders in as Tomasco paints the outside corner with strike 1. And then quickly to the plate once again and gets a swing and a miss here. No balls and 2 strikes to the freshman. Went 6 for 17 on the spring trip, and she's rung up here looking to end the inning as Tomasco has her 3rd strikeout. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Tomasco. She retires the Pointers in order in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, it's Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 1-0. Gemma Feeway, Ashley Talaga, and Lexi Rayborn due up here for Aurora in the bottom of the 3rd. Spartans lead UW Stevens Point 1-0. Feeway reached on a single in her first plate appearance and swings the first pitch here from Abby Van Beek and lifts it foul into the screen. That's pitch number 41 for the sophomore right-hander for the Pointers. Often deployed in tandem for the Pointers. There's the 0-1 to Feeway, and that one drops in over the outside corner for strike 2. Good pitch with the breaking ball. As the Pointers return, 1st team all-conference and a 3rd team all-region junior pitcher in McKenna T-Catch, and often one starts and the other one finishes. 0-2 misses upstairs as Feeway takes that. And so you look at the statistics for UW Stevens Point. Van Beek making her 16th appearance. T-Catch has appeared in 16 games. They played 18. This is number 19 today. So they often both see the field. 1-2 pitch hit foul. Be a ball and 2 strikes here to Feeway. Entered hitting .262. Hitting from the left side, but the corner infielder is not cheating up the line, and this one runs in on Feeway and hit her on the elbow. And so Aurora's leadoff hitter is aboard. And that'll bring Ashley Talaga to the dish for the Spartans. Put down a sacrifice in her first plate appearance, with the first 2 aboard in front of her. Likely be swinging away here and does and misses. Challenge pitch that time from Van Beek, who certainly has some heat on that fastball and a lot of good movement on that pitch as well. There's the 0-1. Popped up high in foul territory, 3rd base side, and Sobrario did not have an easy play there at all. That was high enough that the wind was starting to affect it, but Sobrario did well to stay with it. The freshman makes the catch for out number 1. Now, Lexi Rayborn got a free pass in her first plate appearance, and it was of the intentional variety, so she steps in. The runner on first, 1 out. She'll take strike 1 over the outer half here from Van Beek. Rayborn again, 8 doubles, 2 homers, 19 RBIs, and a .435 batting average to lead the Spartans. Third in the conference in RBI and 12th in the NAC, with a batting average that is climbing, as this one is hit on a rope down the left field line, and that will allow Feeway to go first to third, and Rayborn will be in with a stand-up double here with 1 out. So Aurora once again threatening here, this time in the bottom of the third. They lead 1-0. A couple runners in scoring position and just 1 away here in the home half of the third. And it looks like we may get a pinch runner here for Rayborn out at second. And indeed, here comes Isabel Morales from San Diego, California. She will enter here and be on second as Tyler Chambers steps in at an RBI ground out to second in the first inning that plated so far the only run of the day. She'll take ball 1 low and away. As Van Beek goes to the fastball. Now Chambers can swing away. She can lay down a drag bunt. He has a lot of options here, and the corner infielders have to take advantage of what she'll give them. But this is a line drive right up the middle, and it will be Chambers' second RBI of the day as Feeway scores. And Tyler is now hit in 4 straight. She makes it 2-0 here. Morales advances to third. And that'll bring up Delilah Aguirre here for Aurora. 2-0, 1 out. Runners on the corners now here in the home third. Aguirre grounded out to short, her first plate appearance, and will take strike 1 at the knees with the fastball here. Aguirre trying to get it turned around a little bit. Had an 8-game hitting streak early in the season, and since then just 1 for 17. And a high strike here. Inside corner at the letters. So behind here 0-2. Hitting here from the right side. Van Beek wants an important second out and won't get it here. When hit foul and out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Aguirre looking to battle, but not choked up on the bat here behind 0-2. She'll hit a fly ball on the right and deep, carrying with the wind, and it's down off the warning track in fair territory. Morales scores, and Chambers had to hold up to make sure that that wasn't going to be caught by Lawrence, so she ended up only a couple of strides behind Chambers. Chambers then is in the third. Aguirre stops at second, and it's 3-0 with Abby Miller at the plate looking for more. Ground out to third in her first at-bat. She'll take strike 1 at the knees and on the inside corner. Made a lot of good pitches. Aurora's made some good swings here. Change up this time on 0-1, and it fools Miller, who will take that one for strike 2. 2 in scoring position, 3-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Spartans leading and threatening. Here's the 0-2, and it's upstairs high. I think Aguirre got a lot of that pitch over the outer half moments ago, and the wind certainly her friend there. Lawrence even got a good jump, but just wasn't quite able to get there. 1-2 is outside to even the count. And landed about a foot fair right under the 200 sign at the right field foul pole. And just past the extended glove of Lawrence. 2-2 pitch. Paints the outside corner for strike 3. That is Van Beek's first strikeout today. It is out number 2. And that'll bring up Jordan Seyfried in the 8th spot, who will likewise take strike 1. Good pitch over the outside corner at the knees. Three 0 Spartans. Fastball runs inside. Ball and a strike here to Seyfried, who is 0 for 1 today, and she'll go down the third baseline to have a chat with Mike McKenzie. Aurora, a team that will strike out a little, but by no means a lot, averaging a little more than 3 per game as a team. And so not hugely surprising that their first strikeout not until the 3rd inning. They don't take a lot of walks either, but a lot of balls in play and put pressure on defenses. Swing and a miss here. Van Beek able to pull the string on the 1-1 offering and is now a strike away from getting out of the 3rd without any further damage, but 2 runs are already across. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Van Beek ends the 3rd with back-to-back strikeouts. Couple of runs are in on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And we're through 3 with Aurora leading UW-Stevens Point 3-0. Aurora enjoying a 3-0 lead through 3 innings here. And they will see the top of the pointers order. An order that was quiet the first time through the lineup. Hannah Tomasco needed 32 pitches to retire the pointers 1 through 9 in order. Misses ball 1 to Maddie Candry, and now misses with 2 straight here. Candry, one of the most dangerous hitters, no doubt, in the Midwest. Struck out looking her first plate appearance, but entered the day hitting .545 and with hits in 14 straight. A foul off the end of the bat here, and Tomasco is into the count here, 2 balls and a strike. Here in game 19 for the senior, it has 10 multi-hit games. She was the conference position player of the year last year and takes strike 2 over the outside corner. 3rd team all-region. Hit .388 as a freshman, .419 last season. And has UW-Stevens Point's first base hit here. Clean single up the middle to lead off the 4th. And now we'll see what that means for Josie Liddon behind the plate, because UW-Stevens Point is not afraid to run. 47 of 58 on the base paths, 81%. Candry, though, is just 1 for 5. Now Jessie Clicker, who struck out her first at-bat, fouls the first pitch she sees from Tomasco off here. The 0-1 runs up and in on the hands of Clicker. She'll pop that up, and the 3rd baseman Seyfried is there for out number 1. Bounces back and takes advantage of Aurora up 3-0. Bottom of the 4th inning here. And it'll be 9-1-2 coming to the plate here for Aurora. Faith Biggs takes ball 1 as there is a pitching change here for UW Stevens Point. Breaking ball in for strike 1 from McKenna Tekach, a junior from Streator, Illinois, who will be making, as I mentioned, already played a lot. This will be her 17th appearance. It's pitched to a 4.60 ERA in 45 2/3 innings. And misses here to Biggs with ball 2. But she was a third-team All-Region selection last season. Led the WIAC with 131 strikeouts and 146 2/3 innings, pitched to a 2.34 ERA and a 17-7 record. She'll get behind the 9-hitter in the Aurora order, Faith Biggs, 3-1 though. Looks in and gets the sign, and Biggs will step out. For Van Beek, 3 innings of 3-run ball. 3-1 pitch is hit well out to left. Drifting back to the warning track is Messina, but she will haul it in for out number 1. Beek finished with a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts before yielding here to the junior. So the Aurora order turns over, and Josie Liddon will bat here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and Tekach with the breaking ball misses low and away for ball 1. Tekach part of a combined no-hitter against SUNY Old Westbury on March 25th, the first game of their final day in Florida. 1-0 pitch misses high here to Liddon. Mackenzie Honish was also a part of that. Tekach started it, Honish finished it. It went into the win column for the Pointers. 3 straight misses here to Liddon, though, to lead off the Spartans' leadoff hitter. Liddon with the bat out in front here will likely have the red light here against Tekach, who comes to the plate with strike 1. Still a hitter's count here. Here is the 3-1 to Liddon. Pops it up. Foul right behind the plate, and it will stay in the park. And Baker does well to hang with that one, fighting the wind and the sun to make the catch. Absolutely nothing easy about that in that spot. So it's 2 up and 2 down here for Gemma Feeway. It's reached twice today with a single after being hit by a pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 1 here from the junior. Feeway putting together a nice stretch here to start the season for the Spartans. Takes ball 1. The off-speed delivery hops into the right-handed hitter's batting box. Sunshine, cold, but, well, for April 1st, hard to beat here for softball today. 1-1 to Feeway. Good pitch. Inside corner at the knees for strike 2.
Stevens Point looking for its first 1-2-3 inning. T-Catch trying to provide it. Here is the 1-2 to Feeway. That one is popped up foul, but it will get down and the plate appearance will continue. Feeway looking for her third multi-hit game of the season. Again, had a 5-game hitting streak going into the nightcap on Wednesday before going 0 for 3, but has picked back up hitting here against Stevens Point. And she'll hit a sharp grounder over to first base where Traxel barely had to move, fielded it cleanly, took a step over to the bag. And the Pointers do have a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Spartans going to the 5th. This is Aurora University softball.
Now batting number 3, Meg Lawrence.
4 innings in the books here. Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 3-0 in our opener today. And it'll be the 5-hitter for the Pointers, Meg Lawrence, starting it off. And she falls behind here 0-1. Popped out. Third baseman in her first at-bat. Now hits a roller out to short. Talaga fields that one cleanly, and the throw over to Rayborn at first is in time. 6-3 put out begins the 5th. Now Hannah Tomasco has been terrific. Now 4 1/3 innings of 1-hit shutout ball, 3 strikeouts, and now gets a first pitch swing from Rachel Baker, who pops that up down the third base side. Seafried comes in and makes the catch, and there are 2 away on 3 pitches here in the top of the 5th. So Abby Van Beek, after being lifted as the pitcher, remains in the game and takes ball 1 here as she moves to designated player. And Jenna Eilers moves into left field. Van Beek, it's a fly ball into center. Feeway is there. She makes the catch. And Hannah Tomasco has her 4th 1-2-3 inning in this contest. Needs just 5 pitches to get through the 5th. And as we go to the home half, it's Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 3-0. Three 0 Aurora, bottom of the 5th. 3-4-5 due up for Aurora. And Ashley Talaga, looking for her first hit of the day, will start things off. Talaga with a sacrifice and a pop out today. Looking to extend her 4-game hitting streak. She went 4 for 8, a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs on Wednesday. The breaking ball outside here for ball 1. As for McKenna T-Catch, mentioned that her ERA about twice what it was last season. Made 9 appearances on the spring trip and pitched to an ERA just under 7, but the first part of the season had gone very well. So she's looking to get back on track here and got through the Spartans 1-2-3 in the 4th. Falls behind Talaga here 2-0 to begin the home half of the 5th. And now make it 3-0 as that one runs low and inside. T-Catch able to battle back to the first 2 hitters she saw in the 4th inning. Was behind 3-1 to both. Was able to take advantage of an aggressive Spartan approach. Gets the 3-0 in for strike 1 here, and will be looking to get another 3-1 out here. But misses low here to the Spartan 3 hitter, and it'll be a leadoff walk in the 5th. So now Lexi Rayborn to be dealt with. Doubled in the 3rd inning. And she'll take off-speed delivery over the outside corner for strike 1 here. Rayborn looking for her 8th multi-hit ball game this season. She'll take the breaking pitch low and away here to even the count at a ball and a strike. Normal infield, normal outfield. Wind dying down a little bit. Changing direction a little bit, now more or less blowing out into the right field gap. Count 2-1 here to Rayborn. Stevens Point electing to a late swing here to fall behind 0-1. 3-0 Aurora, bottom of the 5th. 1 out, 2 on. Aurora 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position here in the opener. Another off-speed offering. This one misses low and away, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Here is the 1-1. That'll be lifted into foul territory, left field, and it'll end up between Eilers and Clicker. And that'll make it strike 2. Jenna Eilers, by the way, started out as the designated player. She has moved into left field with Abby Van Beek coming out and shifting to the designated player position. No other changes to the alignment for UW Stevens Point. Count is 1-2, and there's a soft liner in the left. Talaga rounds 3rd. She will beat the relay throw home. And Aguirre with another RBI base hit. It's 4-0 Aurora. Rayborn stops at 2nd. And now Abby Miller will come to the plate looking to extend the Spartan advantage. He's 0 for 2 today. Just take ball 1 outside. 7 hits for Aurora, 2 this inning. Just 1 for the Pointers, who have found it difficult here today so far against Hannah Tomasco. First 2 now will miss here to Miller. Now 2 for 11 on the season. Looking for her 2nd RBI. And what would be just the 4th of her career if she can come up with it. We'll be ahead here 3-0 as that pitch misses low and inside. There's a right-hander warming in the UW Stevens Point bullpen, but all their pitchers are right-handed and is wearing a jacket, so I'm not going to be able to tell you who it is. 3-0 is a get-me-over pitch here, and now it's a hitter's count for Miller on 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch is popped up to T-Catch, the pitcher, who will get there a step before Traxel, who was coming in from first. That'll be the second out. Rayborn stays at second. Aguirre remains on first. And it appears we may have a pinch hitter, and we do. So rather than Jordan Seafried here in the 8 spot, it will be the very first appearance for Cassandra Ewell, the freshman from Arvada, Colorado, who steps in here and hits from the right side. T-Catch looks in and gets a swing on the first pitch. Lifted foul, first base side, and Traxel couldn't get there. Not sure if maybe lost it in the setting sun. Nevertheless, the plate appearance continues. Ewell, an alum of Wheat Ridge High School, home of the Farmers, takes ball 1 in the dirt. No advance from the Spartan base runners. Count 1 ball and a strike here. T-Catch looks in. Ewell looks out at her. The 1-1, swing and a miss. T-Catch able to pull the string that time. 4-0 Aurora, 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the 5th, a run already in this inning. Here's the 1-2. That is popped up foul behind the plate, and it will get into the netting and get stuck, as a matter of fact. A place where a couple of nets come together and formed a little bit of a basket there, and that's where it landed. Well, a little assistance from the crowd. Gets that softball back in, and the count remains 1-2 here for the freshman Cassandra Ewell. The pitch is up and in, dropped third strike, tag applied, and the inning is over. Aurora with 1 run in on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And we'll go to the 6th with Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 4-0. Other games around the NAC today, and there are plenty, including a handful of conference openers. Wisconsin Lutheran is at St. Norbert today. Just getting underway, Concordia, Wisconsin, 16th in the country, is at Edgewood. And then in another hour, it'll be Marion on the road at Dominican. The Stars have already started conference play 2-0. They are off to a 15-1 start. Meanwhile, Aurora leads UW Stevens Point here 4-0. First pitch swinging from the 8-hitter, Emmy Cabrario. Cibrario, my apologies. And in any case, it's a fly ball to left that is hauled in by Delilah Aguirre for the first out on 1 pitch. And a pinch hitter ready to step in the 9 spot here, and it'll be McKenna T-Catch. So the pitcher now steps in to hit in the 9 spot, and will face Tomasco for the first time and take strike 1 over the outside corner. T-Catch this season hitting 300, 9 for 30 with a double, 3 RBIs, and now is up and over the 300 mark as she has the Pointers' second hit of the day. This one cleanly hit in the left field. So she is aboard with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning, and it looks like now we'll have a pinch runner for her. And it will be Jenna Eilers.
Now batting number 8, Maddie Caddy.
So Eilers goes now to first after being hit for in the 9 spot. She's 8 for 10 stealing bases. The leadoff hitter, Maddie Candry, takes ball 1 outside. Candry 1 for 2. Is now hit in 15 consecutive games, hitting here now from the left side, and takes strike 1 over the outside corner to even the count. Has the ability to change this game with 1 swing. And so no doubt Mike McKenzie, Hannah Tomasco, and the Aurora defense well aware of that. 1-1 misses upstairs. It's a 2-1 count here to the senior shortstop. She'll foul that one away. Senior center fielder, my apologies. The shortstop hits next. I was just a bit ahead of myself there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Pointers leadoff hitter, and Tomasco takes her outside. Doesn't get an offer. Count runs full. Tomasco worked a full count to the second batter of the game. Hasn't had an at-bat last longer than 5 pitches since until now. But she'll lose Candry here. And Stevens Point will have a runner in scoring position for the first time here in the opener. It'll be Jessie Clicker, 0 for 2 today, looking to move the line, and she'll take strike 1 here. Oh, 0-1. Runs in on the hands of Clicker and is blooped into the Spartan dugout down the third base side. Count 0-2. 1 out, 2 on. Top of the 6th, a 4-0 Aurora lead. Largely been able to keep the Pointers quiet, a team that has put up double-digit hits 10 times, including in 4 of their 10 games on the spring trip. 0-2 misses outside with a breaking ball here. Don't have an extra base hit today, although they've had multiple doubles 13 times, 3 extra base hits 10 times this season. They don't have a stolen base either. They've had multiple stolen bases 13 times this season. 1-2 is hit foul, and the count remains as such here. The freshman shortstop, Jessie Clicker. Timeout is called here. So the Pointers have grown accustomed to having the bats working, and hasn't quite worked out that way, but a chance here to get a few back. It's only 4-0 here in the top of the 6th. 5 outs to work with in total. Here's the 1-2. Tomasco just missed her spot. Might have had the plate, elevated the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Among the WIAC leaders in extra base hits, chopper foul down the third base side. 7th pitch of this plate appearance coming up. Tomasco needed 49 pitches to get through 5, and in fact, first 2 batters of this inning were on just 3 pitches, although 1 was a base hit. Now 12 over the last 2 batters, but she'll ring up Clicker here. And that is Tomasco's 4th strikeout as she paints the outside corner for out number 2.
Now batting number 33, Sarah Traxel.
Now Sarah Traxel. First pitch too tall. First time today that the Pointers have brought 5 to the plate in 1 inning. Traxel, 1-0, lifts that pitch foul down the first base side. Count even here to Traxel. She is 0 for 2. Spots 2 through 8 in the order are 0 for 15 today. The 1-1 pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike here. Tomasco winds and deals and misses outside. Stevens Point potentially a pitch away from bringing the tying run to the plate. It's a hitter's count for Traxel. Has 5 doubles and 14 RBIs this season and hits a high fly ball deep to left field and off the wall. 1 run is in. Turning, sliding, and in safe is Kandry. And it was a good relay throw from Talaga, but a good slide by Kandry, and just like that, with Kandry scoring from first, it is a 4-2 game. And that'll bring Mike McKenzie out for a conversation. Just like that, this game has tightened up considerably. Traxel with her 15th and 16th RBIs this season. Just the 3rd hit of the day for Stevens Point. But what a time for it with 2 outs. And so Becca Geyer is the tying run up here. And she'll take strike 1 on the fastball at the letters and on the outer half. Geyer, like Traxel before her, is 0 for 2. And sprays the 0-1 foul over the seats and out of play. Geyer went hitless her final 2 games of the spring trip, trying to avoid making it 3 straight without a hit here. Chased an 0-2 that was out of the zone, but able to get a piece of it to stay alive. 4-2, Aurora leading. Pointers threatening here in the top of the 6th. 2 already across. Here's a pitch that was up at the letters. Geyer went after it. Hangs up in the air long enough for the left fielder Aguirre to get there. And that will end the inning. 2 runs in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Stevens Point is on the board. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 4-2. UW Stevens Point in need of a shutdown inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Finally able to get on the board. They trail 4-2, and Aurora will bring 9, 1, and 2 in their order to the plate. Faith Biggs 0 for 1 with a walk. And she will take ball 1 low and inside from McKenna T-Catch. 2 innings of relief for the junior right-hander. 1 run allowed on 2 hits. 1-0. Breaking ball in over the inside corner. Ball and a strike here to Biggs, who may be looking at her final opportunity to extend a 4-game hitting streak, although she has been on base. Joe's bunt pulls it back, and it drops in for strike 2. Josie Liddon and Gemma Feeway will also hit this inning. They both have base hits today for the Spartans. Count is 1-2 here to Biggs. And the fastball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the Spartan 9 hitter. That one came up and in, and Biggs offered at it. Second strikeout for T-Catch. 1 away here in the home 6th. And Josie Liddon will come to the plate. Liddon 1 for 3 with a run today. She'll take strike 1 on the off-speed offering, outside corner here. Center fielder Kandry shading to the left of the logo. Here's a soft liner that Kandry was able to hang on to it short. The throw was in time anyway, but home plate umpire James Jones said she got it. And in any case, it's 2 away. Gemma Feeway, 1 for 2. The run scored. And she'll take strike 1 as that bends in over the outer half. Stevens Point is 5, 6, and 7 due up. Hard hit. Foul ball down the first base side. And it actually got Aurora assistant coach Laura Starkey, who shakes that off and draws a laugh from the crowd. Looks like she's okay. It was well hit. It was not in the field of play. That one is in the field of play and into the alley. Big turn from Feeway, who decides to go for it and takes advantage of maybe a bit of hesitation there from Lawrence.
Now batting number 7, Ashley Talaga.
So it'll be a base hit. And we'll see if they score that an error on the right fielder, Lawrence. Certainly a base hit. That much is for sure here with 2 outs. And Ashley Talaga at the plate here. Takes strike 1. Talaga 0 for 1. Has a sacrifice, a walk, and a run scored. Tries to extend her 4-game hitting streak and does. Pulls that through the hole in left. Feeway turns. The throw in the left is cut off by T-Catch. Talaga came around, slides into second. Talaga with an RBI single. She advances on the throw. 5-2 as Aurora able to tack on some insurance here in the 6th. And now Lexi Rayborn will hit. She is 2 for 2. And takes strike 1. Rayborn with a intentional walk in the first, doubled in the third, singled in the 5th. Takes the 0-1 off the outside corner. Ball and a strike. T-Catch looking to get out of this. High fly ball to left. Deep to left field, going back, and it's off the wall. Talaga will score. And they will wave Rayborn in. And it's going to be Lexi Rayborn's third home run of the season. It's a two-run shot. And that makes it 7-2. Third out will be recorded here, and the inning is over, but it's a big one for the Spartans as they plate 3 insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th on 3 hits. Nobody left. And it's last chance time for UW Stevens Point. 7-2, Aurora leads. This is Aurora University softball. So upon further review, and it was another look at it, the umpires were absolutely on top of it. I thought that Rayborn's swing hit the fence. And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting, number 25, Lily Lindgren.
And it is going to be Lily Lindgren, sophomore from Elburn, Illinois, hitting here in the 6th spot. She'll take strike 1 from Tomasco. Lindgren, a Caneland High School alum, hitting here from the left side and hitting .357 on the year, 5 for 14 with a double and 4 RBI. She'll flinch at the 0-1, but take it out and away. And now on 1-1, hits this to third. Fielded cleanly by Seafried, who looks Lawrence back to the bag at second, and then a stretch at the other end from Rayborn completes the 5-3 putout. 1 away. Abby Van Beek right now in line for the loss. 0 for 2 on the day, hitting here from the right side, and hits a soft liner up the middle and in for a base hit. But Feeway picked that up mere feet off the dirt, and so Lawrence will stay at third. And Emmy Sabrario will now come to the plate with runners on the corners and 1 out. 5th hit for UW Stevens Point. 4 of them have come here in the final 2 innings. Sabrario is 0 for 2. Third time through the order, the Pointers have been able to get things going offensively, and they may be out of time. First pitch in for strike 1, and now Tomasco Goes up and in and gets a swing and a miss. Tomasco looking for her 5th strikeout today. Here's the 0-2. It's a waste pitch outside. And we might be having a different conversation, but Lexi Rayborn with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 6th that has made this a much taller order for the Pointers. Another waste pitch here on 1 and 2. Count even here to Sabrario. Looking to battle here. 2 and 2. And Hannah misses the outside corner with the fastball. Count runs full. Here is the payoff pitch. Fly ball into shallow left center. Feeway is there, and it's not deep enough to bring in the run. 2 away, and McKenna T-Catch. Right now, the last chance for the Pointers here as they look to extend the ball game. May have a pinch runner coming up here. Or not. And it'll just be T-Catch batting here again, and that will take Eilers out of the game should the Pointers rally. T-Catch, though, a single in her only plate appearance today. Takes ball 1 outside. Tomasco, 6 innings of 2-run ball, scattered 5 hits, struck out 4. Misses outside. Guess we should say 6 2/3 innings of 2-run ball. Trying to make it the full 7 here. 2-0 here to T-Catch is in for strike 1. Runners on the corners. 2 outs, top of the 7th. 2-1. Good pitch from Tomasco. Fastball on the outside corner. Count is even, and UW Stevens Point down to its final strike of game 1. It will be the home team in game 2. T-Catch, pop up to short. Talaga is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And Aurora wins game 1 today, 7-2, the final. And they'll have a chance to go for the sweep coming up. We'll bring you the final totals in a moment. 7-2. Spartans win it. This is Aurora University softball. Aurora with a win in the opener. 7-2 over UW Stevens Point. Final totals today. Aurora with 7 runs on 10 hits. They leave 7. Stevens Point 2 runs on 5 hits with 4 left. Aurora went 4 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Actually make that 5 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Stevens Point was 2 for 7. It was error-free ball both ways in the contest. Spartans with a number of nice days. Lexi Rayborn 3 for 3 finishes a triple shy of the cycle and a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Tyler Chambers 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. Delilah Aguirre 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs, and Ashley Talaga drove in a run as well. Gemma Feeway had a couple of hits for Aurora. Josie Liddon went 1 for 4 as well for Stevens Point. Maddie Candry, Sarah Traxel, Meg Lawrence, Abby Van Beek, and McKenna Tekach, all with base hits. Traxel drove in a couple, both runs for the Pointers, with a double in the 6th inning. Hannah Tomasco, the winning pitcher, as she goes 7 innings, 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4. She moves to 7-1. Abby Van Beek takes the loss, falling to 7-5. She went 3 innings, allowing 3 earned runs on 5 hits with a couple of walks and 2 strikeouts. McKenna Tekach pitched the final 3 innings for the Pointers. So Aurora with the victory, now 13-2. Stevens Point falls to 13-6. Time of the game, 1 hour and 36 minutes. So they'll take a break, clean up the infield, and then we'll play game 2 here at Bedrosian Stadium. The Pointers will be the home team, but Aurora wins the opener as the home team, 7-2 here over UW Stevens Point. We'll be back with game 2 coming up. This is Aurora University softball.
Game 2 on the way here in a moment. Aurora and UW-Stevens Point. Spartans were winners in Game 1, 7-2. They will be the visitors here in Game 2. Welcome back. I'm Sean Fry. Let's get you the starting lineups first for the home team playing as the visitors in Game 2, the Spartans of Aurora University. Leading off, playing second base is the senior Josie Liddon. Batting second is the junior center fielder Gemma Feeway. In the 3 spot, the shortstop is the junior Ashley Talaga, and it's Lexi Rayborn, the junior first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, doing the catching is the sophomore Tyler Chambers. It's the junior left fielder Delilah Aguirre hitting sixth. In the 7th spot, the sophomore from Knox, Indiana, Shelby Lynn. She'll be the designated player. The third baseman and the sophomore Jordan Seafried bats 8th, and the sophomore Faith Biggs plays right field and will bat 9th. Liddon, Feeway, Talaga, Rayborn, Chambers, Aguirre, Lynn, Seafried, and Biggs for the Spartans. They'll have Madeline Buskey, the freshman from St. Louis, pitching today. It'll be her 5th start. She's 3-0 with a 2.67 ERA in 21 innings with 12 strikeouts. Now the starters for the home team for Game 2. The visitors geographically, the Pointers of the University of Wisconsin at Stevens Point. Leading off, the senior shortstop, Maddie Candry. Then it's the junior first baseman, Sarah Traxel, hitting second, and the freshman shortstop, Jessie Clicker, will hit third. Batting fourth, playing right field is the junior Meg Lawrence, followed by the junior second baseman, Becca Geyer. Hitting sixth is the pitcher, the junior McKenna Tekach. In the 7th spot is the catcher, freshman Rachel Baker. Abby Van Beek is the designated player. She's a sophomore hitting 8th, and the freshman Emmy Sabrario plays third base and rounds out the order. The flex player is the freshman Jenna Eilers. She'll be in left field. Now, as I've said that, it's Candry, Traxel, Clicker, Lawrence, Geyer, Tekach, Baker, Van Beek, and Sabrario. The lineup, and I mentioned it was McKenna Tekach slated as the starting pitcher. However, it'll be Abby Van Beek who indeed will be doing the throwing here for UW-Stevens Point. So they, after exchanging the lineup card, will make the substitution. And so Van Beek, after starting and allowing 3 earned runs in 3 innings on 5 hits and a couple of walks with 2 strikeouts, throwing 64 pitches, is back at it here for Game 2. So Van Beek is in. Josie Liddon is into the box. And Game 2 starts with strike 1 to Josie Liddon. Josie entered hitting .395, went 1 for 4 with a run scored in the opener. Van Beek, 0-1 fastball is sprayed foul. So the count 0-2 here to Josie. And the pitch well outside. I'll hop off the masonry. And the count will be a ball and 2 strikes here to Liddon. Now his hits in back-to-back games. Game 2 against Franklin. 1 for 4 earlier, as I mentioned, but she'll be rung up here on the breaking ball as that one runs in through the front door for the first out. Emmy Sabrario playing third base. Maddie Candry at short. Becca Geyer moves to second. Well, stays at second, I guess. Sarah Traxel still at first, and Rachel Baker still doing the catching. It's Jenna Eilers, Maddie Candry, and Meg Lawrence around the outfield left to right. And I think I said Candry was the shortstop. It is Clicker who is the shortstop. As Gemma Feeway fouls off the first pitch she sees. 2 for 3, a couple of runs scored in Game 1 to improve on her .262 batting average at the start of the day. She'll take ball 1 here. Feeway coming off of her 3rd multi-hit game of the season. Batting here from the left side. Corner infielders are back in line with the front of the bag. And Feeway will swing away and roll over this one to second. Geyer is there. She'll pick it up on the roll. Throw is in time, and there are 2 away to lead off the ball game. Now, Ashley Talaga drove in a run in game 1, went 1 for 2. A couple of runs scored and an RBI single. And she'll take ball 1 to begin this plate appearance here. That single in her final at-bat of game 1 extended her hit streak to 5 games. Hitting here from the right side as Van Beek faces her, and this one is hit down the third base line. Good snag by Sobrario over the bag, and then an accurate throw across the diamond is in time to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Pointers. Begins game 2, and it's Aurora nothing, UW Stevens Point coming to bat. This is Aurora University softball. Bottom of the first, and it is Aurora pitching. As again, they are the visitors here for game 2, and Maddie Candry will lead it off here against Madeline Buskey and take ball 1 outside. Candry started the day hitting .545 and went 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in the opener. That extended her hitting streak to 15 games. Here a foul ball to even the count at a ball and a strike. Sarah Traxel will move up from the 3 spot to hit second. Jessie Clicker will move back and hit third. They are due up here in the home half of the first. Buskey runs the breaking ball in and past Candry, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Buskey winds and deals and gets a fly ball to left field. Aguirre comes on and makes the catch. 1 away. So it is Delilah Aguirre in left field. Gemma Feeway in center. Faith Biggs is in right field. Jordan Seafried is at third. Ashley Talaga playing short. It is Josie Liddon at second base. Lexi Rayborn at first, and Tyler Chambers behind the plate here in game number 2. Count now 1-1 here to Sarah Traxel. Took ball 1, swings and misses at strike 1. Hitting .333 on the season, 7 doubles, and now 16 RBIs after a 2-run double in the 6th inning in game 1. She was 1 for 3. Easy math on her batting average. She falls behind here 1 and 2. Started .333, went .333 for the game, and even I can do that math. It's a ball and 2 strikes here as Buskey tries to expand the zone on Traxel, and she won't offer. Count even here at 2-2 to Traxel, who is down on strikes. Good pitch by Buskey. And there are 2 away. So here's Jessie Clicker, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in game 1 and takes strike 1 here. Started the day hitting .426, 4 homers, 12 doubles, 10 RBIs. And here's a comebacker to Buskey. Fields it on 1 clean hop. Her throw to Rayborn at first is in time And it's 1, 2, 3 innings both ways here in the first. And we're scoreless. Aurora and UW Stevens Point here at Bedrosian Stadium. This is Aurora University softball. Top of the second inning, middle of the Aurora order due up here after Abby Van Beek retired Aurora in order in the first. And she'll start off Lexi Rayborn with ball one. Rayborn finished a triple shy of the cycle in game two. 3 for 3, 2-run homer in the sixth. That fooled me. Strike one over the inside corner here to Rayborn. She came in hitting .435. Now has 9 doubles, 3 home runs, and 21 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, just missed here. The count runs to 2-1. Tyler Chambers and Delilah Aguirre will bat as well. 2-1 pitch here to Rayborn. Is chopped out to short, fielded by Clicker cleanly, and her throw is across the diamond and in time for out number 1. So that'll bring up Tyler Chambers, who drove in a couple of runs herself in game 1. She was 1 for 4. And has now hit in 4 straight games. She'll take ball 1 here in her first plate appearance of game 2. Entered the day hitting .395. There's the bat out in front as if to bunt. Corner infielders are back here. And the 1-0 is too low. 2 balls, no strikes for Chambers. And then Chambers will reach first after wearing this one. So for Chambers, she'll reach for the second time today. Never want to be hit by a pitch, but you'll take it. First time she's been put on in that fashion this season. And that'll lead to a brief conversation in the pitcher circle here. Home plate umpire for game 2, Michael Naranjo. It'll be James Jones moving out into the field. And if you're wondering if it's still cold, it is. A little bit warmer though, 45 degrees. And winds are still blowing out. They've been shifting slightly, but generally in the direction of right field. Say right now it's toward the scoreboard. So the first base runner of game 2 is Tyler Chambers. She's on first. Delilah Aguirre steps to the plate. 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs in game 1 to end what had been a recent malaise. She'll take ball 1 here. Just 1 hit in her previous 5 games. Brought a .279 average into the day. There's a chopper to short that Kandry doesn't field clean, but recovered and got the throw there in time. And Mike McKenzie and Laura Starkey disagree. Mike McKenzie not happy and appealing. And now the officials will discuss. It was a close play. Of that, there's no doubt. Kandry certainly deserves a little bit of credit for staying with it, and they will overturn it, and Aguirre will be on. And now Ryan Knitzer will come out and have a conversation. So this conversation continues. It'll be an error charged on the shortstop. So the conversation continuing here. So Delilah Aguirre reaches. It was originally called an out by first base umpire James Jones. It was overturned on appeal, and the conversation continues here. And so it has led to a long delay. Right now it'll be Chambers on second, Aguirre on first. And I suspect that Ryan Knitzer is not going to be happy one way or the other, and he is certainly getting his money's worth here. Meanwhile, Shelby Lynn got to hear more or less her entire walk-up song and now gets it again. So she steps to the plate. She's 2 for 7. A bat here with a couple on and one out. Here in the top of the second, Abby Van Beek winds and did well after the break to make a competitive pitch, but just missed. Up here, I thought that was good. It's ball one. No score. Top of the second inning. 1-0 pitch, up and away. Count is 2-0. Now, if you're just tuning in and you're confused, why are we in the top of the second and Aurora batting? The teams agreed to have Stevens Point be the home team in game 2, and so they will get the final at-bat. Count 2-0 here to Lynn. Now it is 3-0. Fastball misses below the knees. And so Lynn, the alum of LaPorte High School, will likely have the red light here, a pitch away from the bases being loaded with one out. Van Beek comes in with strike one. Hitters count, though, for the Spartans 7-hitter. And it is hit high into right field. Lawrence is there. She makes the catch, and there will be 2 away. For Jordan Seafried, 0 for 2 with the strikeout in game 1 that ended a modest 2-game hitting streak. We'll try to restart one here. Mike McKenzie comes out. And it looks like we will have a pinch hitter for Seafried. And that will be Brianna Hoffman. Freshman from Brawley, California. In to hit here in Seafried's place. 0 for 3 on the season. Put the ball in play each time and takes strike one here from Van Beek. Looking to get out of this without any runs coming across. Late swing from Hoffman. She falls behind 0-2. Faith Biggs waiting in the on-deck circle, hoping for an opportunity here. It's the 0-2. Check swing on the pitch up and in. They will appeal. She went, and the inning is over. And that will be Van Beek's second strikeout. It'll end the second inning. Top half, that is. So no runs, no hits. There was an error and 2 left. And as we go to the bottom of the second, no score between Aurora and UW Stevens Point. Bottom of the second inning, and Aurora and UW Stevens Point, no score here. Again, the Pointers are the designated home team for game 2. Retired in order in the home first. Middle of the order due up here. Meg Lawrence to start it off. 1 for 3 with a double in game 1. First pitch swinging and a high fly ball to right field. Drifting toward the line is Faith Biggs, who will make the catch. Out number 1. It's the 12th pitch for Maddie Buskey. Well, if you can average 3 pitches per out, it's about as efficient as you're likely to get. Drops in the breaking ball for strike 1 to start off Becca Geyer. Warren Township alum went 0 for 3 in the opener. Started the day hitting .389. Tied for the team lead with 21 RBIs. Takes a breaking ball outside. Even the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 21 RBIs. At the start of the day, we're tied for second in the WIAC. Another off-speed offering from Buskey, and Geyer will spray that one foul to fall behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. McKenna T-Catch due up as well this inning for the Pointers. There's a shot to right and in for a base hit. Biggs came up ready to throw, but was not going to have a chance to get Geyer. And the junior delivers the first base hit of the contest. And that will bring up T-Catch. Came in the pitch in relief in the opener. Got a couple of swings as well and went 1 for 2. She'll take ball 1. Started the day hitting .300. The double and 2 RBIs. She was 9 for 30, so now she's 10 for 32. And she'll roll over this one. Slow roller out to first. Rayborn will field it at first and take a few steps over to the bag for out number 2. But Geyer will advance to second. And that will bring up Rachel Baker, the freshman who will hit here with a runner in scoring position. First, she'll have a quick chat with Ryan Knitzer.
Hitting here from the right side, went 0 for 2. In game 1, to drop her average below 250 where it started the day. It's the first pitch here from Buskey and over the outer half for strike 1. Abby Van Beek pitching. Waiting in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance. Buskey just missed the outside corner on 0-1. A little bit of movement on that delivery. Just veered off the plate, and so the count evens at a ball and a strike. It's a bloop to right, laying out and over the dive of Biggs. That'll roll all the way to the wall. Geyer will come in to score, and instead of a triple, Rachel Baker will come all the way in for an inside the park 2-run homer. And it's 2-0 here in the bottom half of the inning as Baker, just a little flip into right field. Biggs came on, and when it got past her dive, it was going to be a tall order for Aurora to get that one back in. So it's 2-0, and Abby Van Beek takes ball 1. Haven't seen a lot of inside the park home runs, folks. We get one today, and now a towering fly ball to right field takes Biggs to the warning track, but she will make the play in front of a light standard to the left of the scoreboard, and it will end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, including the inside the park homer from Rachel Baker. No errors, nobody left. We're through 2. UW Stevens Point leading Aurora 2-0. This is Aurora University softball. Abby Van Beek pitches with a lead for the first time today. She'll face 9-1-2 in the Aurora order. Freshman Rachel Baker with her first career home run, and it is an inside the park home run at that. Drives in 2 and makes it 2-0. Pointers in front. Faith Biggs leads it off, looking for her first hit of the afternoon. First pitch swinging and a pop-up to the right side. Second baseman Geyer is there. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the top of the 3rd. Lineup turns over for the first time here for Aurora. Josie Liddon, who struck out looking to lead off the ball game, will dig back in. 1 for 5 on the afternoon. Takes ball 1 on the fastball upstairs. See Gemma Feeway this inning as well. Aurora, no hits through their full first time through the order. Did have a couple of base runners on a hit batter and on an ROE, reached on error. Van Beek able to fight back here, but once again, from my angle, thought that was good. Missed low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to Liddon. Ground ball hit sharply, but a nice backhanded stop by Geyer at second. And she'll turn and make the throw in time for out number 2. 4-3 put out and a nice defensive play by Geyer. UW Stevens Point came in with a fielding percentage of .969, best in the WIAC. They've been quite good fielding the softball. Put them in the top 30 in the country. Gemma Feeway behind here 0-1. Battling here with 2 outs. This one runs in on the hands, and she'll tip that foul. Feeway now 2 for 4 on the day, grounded out to second in her first plate appearance of game number 2. Van Beek looking to get through 3 shutout innings here to start game 2, but misses upstairs. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes to the Spartan 2-hitter. Now hit in 6 of the last 7. 1-2, swing and a miss. She strikes out Feeway. Van Beek now with 3 Ks on the day and a second 1-2-3 inning. And as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, it's UW Stevens Point leading Aurora 2-0. Aurora behind here 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, Stevens Point, the home team as designated in this one. So they pitch here and will face 9-1-2 in the Stevens Point order. Emmy Sabrario takes ball 1 too low. 0 for 3 in game 1. Entered the day hitting .257. Takes ball 2 outside. 2-0 pitch. Off speed and over the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike here to the UW Stevens Point 9-hitter. Maddie Candry and Sarah Traxel will also bat this inning. 2-1 is rolled out to 3rd. Jordan Seafried, who re-entered for being pinch hit for in the 2nd. Field that one clean. Throw across the diamond is in time for the first out. So now Maddie Candry. Again, has already extended her hitting streak to 15 games as far as game 1 is concerned. Started at 14, now trying to make it 16, and she'll take ball 1 outside. She is a tough out in this UW Stevens Point order. 2-0. Pitch misses upstairs. Maddie Buskey having to battle a little bit here. Took a no decision in her last start in game 2 against Rockford last weekend. She'll float the 2-1 breaking ball in for a strike. Went 3 1/3, allowed 4 runs but only 2 earned in a no decision. Another good pitch here on 2-1. Spins the heater in. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Candry steps back in and hits a tapper off the end of the bat back to the catcher Chambers. Count remains 2-2 after the foul tip. Buskey looking to retire the Stevens Point leadoff hitter, but misses with the breaking ball low and away, and the count runs full. First one for Buskey today. Not the first one for Candry. Worked it full in the 6th against Hannah Tomasco. And it's a breaking ball high into center field, but it's going to be handled on the logo by Gemma Feeway, who hauls that in. 2 away. Seeing a couple of skyscrapers here as far as fly balls or pop flies today. Defense has been good, just one error among both teams today, and now Sarah Traxel started with the fastball over the outside corner for strike one. She struck out looking in the first. Now 1 for 4 on the afternoon. 0-1 from Buskey. Tries to go to the same spot, misses low and away. Count evens here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Traxel, the alum of Oak Creek High School, takes ball 2 on the pitch in the dirt. Been able to do a lot of good things when she's been on the base path. 7 for 8 stealing bases. She has 19 runs that put her in the top 5 of the WIAC. And she'll hit a fly ball out to center field. It'll send Feeway back into the right field alley a few steps, but she will bring it in for the third out. And Buskey, for the second time, able to carve through the pointers in order. So through 3 innings here at Bedrosian Stadium, Aurora trails UW Stevens Point 2-0. Abby Van Beek has thrown 98 pitches today, just 34 here in game 2. 3 shutout innings to this point, back out for the top of the 4th. With Stevens Point leading Aurora 2-0, 3-4-5 due up in the Spartan order. Ashley Talaga 0 for 1, and looking once again to extend her hitting streak to 6 games. Grounded out to third to end the first. Faces Van Beek now for the 4th time and will foul off the first pitch she sees. Talaga, an alum of Andrean High School. All-conference honorable mention selection last season, hitting here from the right side against Van Beek. 0-1, down and in with the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Van Beek looks at the wristband, gets the sign, and then comes in with the 1-1, ran it in on the hands of Talaga, and she'll flare that out to center. No problem for Kandry, who will jog into the bottom of the logo and make the catch for the first out. Lexi Rayborn to hit next here for the Spartans. You know, we've been lucky. It's been cold, 45 degrees here at first pitch, but the wind is actually, for a moment, given us a break. Flag laying down the pole right now, just inside of the right field foul pole. Ball 1 here to Rayborn. It was 0 for 1 in game 2. But we've had sunshine for the most part, and we can see the shadows from the light standards stretched out across the infield. 1-0 once again runs in on the hands of Rayborn. She'll shoot this out on the ground to second. Geyer fields it, and it's a 4-3 put out. Or out number 2. And all of a sudden, Abby Van Beek has retired 7 straight. Tyler Chambers hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Also looking to extend a hitting streak. It's up to 4. After pulling back a shown bunt, shoots the first pitch she sees foul over the Aurora dugout. Count 0-1 here to Chambers. Van Beek winds and deals, and Chambers hits this in the shallow left. Eilers will come on and make the catch. And Van Beek has her 3rd 1-2-3 inning of this contest. Aurora without a hit here through 4 innings. For them anyway, we're through 3.5. Halfway home in this one with Stevens Point leading Aurora 2-0. UW Stevens Point leading here 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And it'll be 3-4-5 due up here for the Pointers. Just 2 hits, both in the second inning, a single and then a 2-out inside the park home run. That's it. The only hits for either team here to this point in the contest. Clicker takes ball 1 on the breaking ball from Madeline Buskey. And then on 1-0, swings and misses as that one was up at the letters and Clicker not able to get a piece. She's 0 for 4 on the day. Grounded out to Buskey to end the first inning. And now is behind here 1-2 as that one is fouled off of one of the stanchions holding up the backstop screen. Ball and 2 strikes. Buskey winds, deals, and sees the breaking ball bend off the plate. Good eye from the freshman. Would certainly seem to be on her way if she's able to hit how she has so far to an all-conference selection. We're a long way from that, but certainly off to a great start. Here's a fly ball out to center. Drifting to the left of the logo as we see it is Feeway, who has now recorded 3 straight outs for Aurora. It's the top third now of the Stevens Point order this time through, all flying out to center field. I'll bring up Meg Lawrence, who flew out to right to lead off the second. Hitting here from the right side, hits a fly ball out to right again. Biggs drifts back, and a few steps in front of the warning track has that for out number 2. Madeline Buskey has retired 6 straight since the 2-run homer. Becca Geyer will come to the plate. Singled and came around to score in the second. She'll take ball 1 on the bender off the outside half. The count 1-0. Buskey right back to it and misses the outside corner again. Similar pitch. Not able to find the spot, and Geyer will have a count to hit in here. 2-0. 3-0. That one misses high. McKenna T-Catch on deck, and looking increasingly likely, like we will see her in a moment at the plate. But Buskey will try to fight back here, instead misses low and inside. 4-pitch walk to Geyer, who was on base for the second time in this game, for going 0 for 3 in the opener. So that'll bring up T-Catch. Grounded out to first. Her first plate appearance. Runner goes. It was ball 1. The throw was too high. It will carry him into the outfield, but there will be no further advance. So Geyer has her 9th stolen base of the season. She has not been thrown out. The count is 1-0. Stand corrected, the count is 0-1. Thought I saw it marked for a ball, and then, my goodness, what a play by Lexi Rayborn to rob T-Catch of a base hit. Line drive, it was labeled for the hole in the right side of the infield, but Rayborn lays out, makes the catch, and the inning is over. A 2-out walk left stranded. A fantastic defensive play by Rayborn ends the inning. And we're through 4 with the score remaining 2-0. UW Stevens Point leading Aurora. This is Aurora University softball. Top of the 5th inning, Aurora hitting here, trailing 2-0. 6, 7, 8 due up, and Aurora still looking for that first hit. Had a couple of base runners, but other than that, Abby Van Beek has been sensational in game 2. She starts off Delilah Aguirre with ball 1. Aguirre is one of the base runners for Aurora. She reached on an error in the second. Went 2 for 3 in the opener. Ahead here 1-0. Now make it 1-1 as Van Beek pumps in the fastball. Count even. Shelby Lynn and Jordan Seafried set to hit this inning for Aurora. 1-1. Fastball outside. A good crowd today despite the cold. People are bundled up. Blankets, winter hats. You need them today. 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses too low. Now, I don't have to go back very far to Aurora's home opening day when it was 70 degrees for Game 1. Even for their second series, it was 58 at first pitch, and this is not that. First hit, though, for Aurora as Aguirre shoots the 3-1 offering into right field. And so the potential 20th no-hitter in UW Stevens Point history is off the board. They picked up number 19 on the final day of the spring trip. Aurora has a base runner to lead off the fifth via the base hit. So Aguirre now 3 for 5 on the day, and Shelby Lynn, after flying out to right, steps in here. Takes ball 1. She's 2 for 8 on the season. She is 3 for 9 on the season. Line drive into right, base hit. Aguirre goes first to third. The throw wasn't in time from the right fielder Lawrence, and Lynn, good base running, turns and advances the second on the throw. So Aurora will have a couple runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the fifth. There'll be a brief conference behind the pitcher's plate. And Jordan Seafried will get ready to hit in a big spot. Looks like we may have a pinch runner first. Aguirre is at third. Shelby Lynn is at second. And it appears she will come out here for Emma Baccio, the sophomore from Sugar Grove, Illinois. She takes Lynn's place at second. Jordan Seafried was hit for in the second inning. Went 0 for 2 with a strikeout in Game 1. She started the day hitting .324 with 4 RBIs. A base hit would add to that total. Abby Van Beek in trouble, really, for the first time in this contest. Hadn't allowed a runner past second. Starts off Seafried with a good pitch. A little bit of bend on that heater, and it pours in at the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. Aurora with plenty of outs to work with. They take a fly ball that scores the run. Instead, they'll get a line drive into the alley and right. Base hit. Aguirre scores. Rounding third is Baccio. She will be in standing up, and we are tied. A 2-run single for Jordan Seafried evens this contest up at 2. That'll bring Ryan Knitzer out of the dugout. And that may be it here for Abby Van Beek after 4+ innings here in Game 2. Will be a pitching change as McKenna Tekach comes in out of the dugout. Pitching change timeout here at Bedrosian Stadium with a 2-2 contest. Nobody out in the top of the fifth. This is Aurora University softball. McKenna Tekach is out of the bullpen for the second time. Appeared in relief in game 1, allowed 4 earned runs in 3 innings of work. And now will make her 18th appearance. She comes in here in a tie game with a runner on first, nobody out. 3 straight hits to begin the inning for Aurora and end the day for Abby Van Beek. And now Faith Biggs will show bunt, pull it back, and take strike 1. Biggs popped out to second to lead off the third. Sarah Traxel ready to charge down the line here as Biggs shows bunt again, gets it down. Good one here. It rolls out to Tekach, and her throw to first is not in time. As Biggs able to beat that one out for an infield single. Seafried advances the second. The attempted sacrifice ends up in the hit column. That's 4 straight hits for Aurora to begin the 5th. Really wasn't a whole lot more that UW Stevens Point could have done there. The bunt went right down in front, and it was in a perfect spot. It more or less ended up directly halfway between the pitcher and catcher, and this one ends up at the same spot, but Sobrario able to charge in, and she will field the sacrifice here. It'll be 5-4 on the putout for out number 1. Seafried moves to third. Biggs is up to second. That was Josie Liddon who put down the sacrifice after Biggs attempted one. And now Gemma Feeway will dig in looking for her first hit of game 2. She takes strike 1. Ground out to second and a strikeout after a couple of hits in the opener. She can give Aurora the lead here. 0-1, an excuse me swing. And Feeway got out in front and fouled it into the screen. She couldn't believe it. It was ball 1. It's hard, folks. And the idea is for the pitcher to try to fool the hitter. And she certainly did that. So the count is 0-2. Fastball outside here. So the first 2 runs are charged to Van Beek. Seafried out at third would also be credited to Van Beek. Biggs is a runner for Tekach. 1-2 misses inside at the shins. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ashley Talaga, also looking for her first hit of game 1, is waiting on deck for Aurora. Tekach on 2-2, misses in the dirt. First base is open. You'd rather not load them. Infield is well back, so there's plenty of room up the first base side, but not a good count for that. 3-2 pitch to Feeway is fouled off. For a moment there, thought it was a foul tip into the glove, but Baker could not hang on. So the count remains full. 1 out, top of the 5th, 2-2. Aurora with 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the payoff pitch to Feeway again, and it hits her. The bases are loaded. And Ryan Knitzer will go out and have a word with his infielders. Ashley Talaga will now wait in an enormous spot coming up here for the Spartans. Mention that there is other action around the NAC on the agenda today. St. Norbert has its first win of the season. They defeat Wisconsin Lutheran 13-9. And so the Green Knights improved to 1-14 on the season. Wisconsin Lutheran drops to 7-6. They are into game 2 now. Dominican and Marion are underway as well. Here 2-all. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, and Ashley Talaga, the Spartan 3-hitter at the plate. She'll take strike 1 from T-Catch. High drama here through the middle innings at Bedrosian Stadium. Talaga 0 for 2 in game 2. An uppercut swing, and that one is golfed foul over the Aurora dugout. Stevens Point has turned 5 double plays this season. They'd love to get another one. There's a lot of space up the middle here. 0-2 to Talaga. A waste pitch up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Talaga has hit in 5 straight. If she makes it 6, Aurora will have the lead. The 1-2 pitch, and T-Catch pulls the string, gets the bottom to fall out of that one, and Talaga swings and misses for the 2nd out. An enormous out. And there are 2 away now for Lexi Rayborn, who will take strike 1. Rayborn 0 for 2 in game 2 after a 3 for 3 opener, where she finished a triple shy of the cycle and hit a 2-run homer in the 6th. 0-1 to Rayborn. Fastball that misses too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. T-Catch trying to get out of the jam. The 1-1. Fastball over the inside corner for strike 2. Pointers a pitch away from getting out of the bases loaded jam and keeping this one tied. The 1-2 to Rayborn is sprayed foul. Upstairs. Full count, and the runners will be going on the pitch. Will Aurora take the lead? 3-2, swung on and hit high in the left center field. And it's misplayed by Eilers. It's off her glove. And 2 runs make it 3 runs are in for Aurora, as Seafried, Biggs, and Feeway were all going, and they all come in to score. It's 5-2 Aurora. And an enormously costly error would have ended the inning. Looked like it just kept drifting in the wind there, and I don't know if maybe a gust of wind came in late, but it would have gotten Stevens Point out of the jam, and instead it falls to the turf, and Aurora leads 5-2. All 5 runs coming in this inning, a frame in which they entered without a hit. So Tyler Chambers is the 9th hitter in the Aurora order to come to the plate here this inning, and she'll take strike 1 on the outside corner. She's 0 for 1. Breaking ball outside evens the count at 1-1. So the book is closed on Abby Van Beek. It'll be 3 runs, 2 earned in 4+ innings. Line drive up the middle, base hit. And around third comes the pinch runner, Alex Steele. That makes it 6-2 as Chambers extends her hitting streak to 5 games. And Aurora has batted around here in the 5th. First pitch now to Delilah Aguirre is too tall for ball 1. One-0 pitch in for strike 1 here. Aguirre 1 for 2. One count. Fastball that misses just above the letters. 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, for as well as Stevens Point has played in the field all season long, 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That was a 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, all the same. Snap throw down the first, not in time. It's an error earlier in the 2nd inning. The kind of error that'll happen from time to time, and Abby Van Beek able to pitch around it, and just an unusual type of error that would have ended the inning. 2-2 pitch misses to load the count. And McKenna T-Catch against a very dangerous hitter in a very tough count. 3-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Made a pitch. Did not work out, and Aurora has the lead. 3-2 pitch here. Fouled away. Try the payoff pitch again here to Aguirre with 2 outs. Chambers on first. So she'll be running again here with the pitch. Aguirre once again hits it foul. 8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up. 6 runs in this inning. Only 2 will be earned. Aurora will try to do a little more damage here. Payoff pitch again, misses low and inside. And it'll be Shelby Lynn coming to the plate here with 2 on and 2 outs. Mike McKenzie coming down here, so maybe it will not be Shelby Lynn hitting here after all. Well, indeed it will be. Might have been just to get the re-entry for Lexi Rayborn out of the way. Or rather, actually, it's to re-enter Shelby Lynn, my apologies, after Emma Baccio had run for her earlier this inning. This is the 11th batter of the frame. Lynn 1 for 2. Takes strike 1 at the knees here. Now once again, Stevens Point trying to get out of trouble here in the 5th. The 0-1 hops in and gets away from Baker. And so it'll be a wild pitch here. That makes the count 1-1. And that'll advance Aguirre to second and Chambers to third. Six to 2 Aurora, top of the 5th. 1-1 count. A good pitch by T-Catch. Gets Lynn to wave over the top of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It has been a very long inning. 1-2 pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count evens. Now Maddie Buskey will certainly take it, but at the same time, a long time for a pitcher in rhythm to sit in the dugout and wait. T-Catch is able to punch out Lynn here to end the inning. That'll be her 2nd strikeout. But Aurora brings 11 to the plate. They plate 6 runs on 5 hits. There was an error and 2 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Things have changed. Aurora leads UW Stevens Point 6-2. Maddie Buskey, 4 innings of 2-run ball. Will face the bottom third of the UW-Stevens Point order. She went into the dugout on the hook for the loss. She comes out of it in line for the win if she can continue to keep UW-Stevens Point at bay. First pitch swinging here from Rachel Baker is a high fly ball out to center. And that'll be handled by Feeway, who had backpedaled a handful of steps. One away. Abby Van Beek digging in now. Flew out to right to end the second inning. Takes ball one on the breaking pitch. That dropped out of the zone low. It's the 1-0. Ground ball out to short. Talaga fields that one cleanly on a roll. And the throw across the diamond is in time for the 6-3 putout. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, UW-Stevens Point is the home team in this one, despite playing on the road. Emmy Sobrario batting here. Breaking ball too low here to start off the freshman third baseman. Made some nice plays over at the hot corner today and throughout the season for UW-Stevens Point. Gets a breaking ball here, but sprays it foul, and that one will hop out of the facility. Managed to catch the very top and skip its way out. Someone will have to track that one down. Ball and a strike here. Another foul ball. This one is cleanly off the property. Oh, maybe not off the property. That exaggerates. It's in the direction of the football field. Count 1-2 here to Sobrario, and breaking ball from Buskey misses outside. Now the sun is still out, but the shadows now have grown long enough. 1-2, foul ball again. Or at least there's a cloud that has been well positioned enough to put the entire field more or less in shadow. Probably feels quite a bit colder out there now. The 2-2 misses outside, and it's 3-2. Payoff pitch here to Sobrario. Flare out to short. Seafried, the third baseman, will step in front of Talaga and make the play instead. And in any case, UW-Stevens Point is retired in order here in the 5th. A big top half of the inning for Aurora has them in the lead through 5 full. Spartans lead UW-Stevens Point 6-2. Top of the 6th inning, and Aurora leads it 6-2. Did not have a hit through 4 innings. Scored 6 in the 5th. Will bring 8, 9, and 1 to the plate here. Jordan Seafried did a 2-run single last inning. A frame in which Aurora brought 11 to the plate. He's 1 for 2 here in this contest, and will take ball 1 outside from McKenna T-Couch. Seafried, then Faith Biggs and Josie Liddon do up this inning, although Biggs has just wandered into the dugout. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Now Biggs returns to the on-deck circle. McKenna T-Catch looking in. 1-1. Fly ball in the shallow left field. Eilers will come on and make the catch. And stand corrected there. That is a new left fielder, the sophomore from Stevens Point, Jaden Pronzinski. just entered this inning in left field and makes the play for the first down of the 6th. So Faith Biggs steps in and takes strike one. She singled last inning, is 1 for 2 in the nightcap. Sun comes back out. Biggs flashes bunt, then takes strike 2. Six to 2 Aurora, 1 away, top of the 6th inning. 0-2 here, while outside. T-Catch out of Streeter, Illinois, and an alum of Marquette Academy High School, in which early in her high school career went to the Elite 8. Bunt here by Biggs down in front. T-Catch fields it. Throw is in time as Traxel with the scoop. And there are 2 away on the 1-3 putout. So Josie Liddon will come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice in game 2. Pitch upstairs here to start off Liddon. It's the 1-0. Fastball too low. Count evens here at a ball and a strike. 2 errors in this contest for UW Stevens Point. Just the 5th time all season they've committed multiple errors in a game. That breaking ball in on 1-1 here. So ball and 2 strikes here to Liddon. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. I stand corrected, folks. Count is 2-2. Mislabeled one of my pitches. Either way, 2-strike count here to Liddon. She'll roll one out to third. Sabrario is there. Throw across the diamond is in time. And Aurora is retired in order in the top of the 6th. We'll go to the bottom half with Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 6-2. Aurora leading at 6-2 here, bottom of the 6th inning. And UW Stevens Point bringing top of their order to the plate. It has been a strange game, folks. All the scoring has come in exactly 2 half innings. 2 for UW Stevens Point in their half of the 2nd. All 6 for Aurora in their half of the 5th. First pitch from Maddie Buskey is in for strike 1 to Maddie Candry. And now the count is 0-2 as Candry is running out of time to extend her 15-game hitting streak. She's 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts in this contest. 0-2 pitch, it's too tall. Got a ball and 2 strikes here to the senior center fielder. High fly ball to left, sinking. Nagire comes on, makes the catch, and ends up on the turf. Nice play by Aguirre to stay with it. Get the first out, and Candry 0 for 3. We'll see if she gets another chance. If she does, it will likely be in a very big spot for UW Stevens Point. Now the first pitch to Sarah Traxel is lifted in the center field. And that'll be a one-pitch out as Feeway is there. That is Feeway's 5th putout of this ball game. And 7th of the day. He's been busy out there in center field. Two-hitter Traxel is 0 for 3, and now Jessie Clicker trying to avoid the same. She takes ball 1, but she is 0 for 2, and in fact 0 for 5 on the contest. 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit well out to right center field, and this one is gone. It'll be a solo shot for Clicker, 5th of the season. And absolutely no doubt about that one. She makes it 6-3 as she ties for the WIAC lead with that big fly. So the situation unchanged for Meg Lawrence. Nobody on and 2 outs. Lawrence, like Clicker before her, is 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts to right. Takes ball 1 off the outside corner here. Lawrence 1 for 5 on the afternoon. Fastball in for strike 1 here. Now Aurora pitching has given up 5 homers. They've hit 6 out themselves, so they're still a positive in that area. 1-1 fouled back. This is the second one allowed by Buskey in her short career. 1-2. Here to Lawrence. Soft liner up the middle past the dive of Liddon and in the center field. Back-to-back base hits with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 1 left the ballpark. Next one landed in center field. Becca Geyer has not been retired here in game 2 and takes strike 1 with the fastball here. Singled and scored in the 2nd, reached on a walk in the 4th. This after an 0 for 3 game 1 in the cleanup spot. She wants to come through in the clutch. Runner goes, pitch misses low, and Lawrence is in with a slide. Stevens Point loves to run. It's Lawrence's 5th stolen base. She moves in the scoring position. With the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball to short here, and that'll be fielded cleanly by Talaga. Throw across the diamond is in time. And that'll end the home half of the 6th inning. 2 hits, including Jessie Clicker's solo home run. No errors and 1 left. We'll go to the 7th with Aurora leading UW Stevens Point 6-3. This is Aurora University softball. Aurora hoping to get the bats out for the final time here in the top of the 7th, leading 6-3. Super glad you're with us on this Friday. Sun setting here at Bedrosian Stadium. McKenna Tekach back out here for UW Stevens Point. We'll once again try to keep Aurora off the scoreboard here and give the bats a chance to tie it up or go ahead in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 2-3-4 due up here for Aurora. Tekach 2 innings, 3 unearned runs on 2 hits and a walk. Got a fly out with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the 5th inning from Lexi Rayborn, who is on Well, not on deck, in the hole actually here, due up this inning. Ball one to start off Feeway. Was misplayed in left. The inning continued. Ended up clearing the bases and giving Aurora a 3-run lead. They'd add one more in that frame. 1-0 misses down and away to Feeway. Feeway 0 for 2. Reached in the 5th after being hit by a pitch and came around to score. She was the 3rd run to come in on the error. 2-0 pitches in for strike 1. Here is the 2-1 offering. That'll be hit into the alley and right. Down for a base hit. Big turn from Feeway, who hesitates and then charges in the second and is in with a slide. Feeway with a double. And she's now hitting 7 of 8. Now Ashley Talaga steps in. Could be her last chance to extend a 5-game hitting streak. She's 0 for 3. T-catch starts her off with strike 1 at the knees. Again, Lexi Rayborn waiting on deck now. 0 for 3 today. Well, in game 2 anyway, after a 3 for 3 game 1. Talaga with a bunt here down the third base side. Sobrario comes in, makes the play, throws out Talaga. The sacrifice 5-4 is successful for the first out, but it moves Feeway to 3rd. And now a fly ball would likely score the speedy junior. Guess I have to clarify that, a medium deep fly ball, and Stevens Point will intentionally walk Rayborn for the 2nd time this afternoon. First one was back in the very first inning of this contest, of this doubleheader for that matter, and possibly one to bookend the day. So it'll be 4 wide ones here. There'll be runners on the corners for Tyler Chambers, who has been swinging a good bat herself and has now hit in 5 straight after an RBI single in the 5th. 6-3 Aurora, top of the 7th, 1 out. And again, runners on the corners for Chambers, who has the bat out as if to bunt. Pulls it back. T-catch comes to the plate and just missed the outside corner with the fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Shadows all the way to the right field fence now from all the light standards. 1-0 pitch here is sprayed into the screen. One ball, 1 strike here. And 1 out. T-catch gets the signs, spins the ball a few times, now comes to the plate and fools Chambers here, who was out in front. Rolls that foul down the first base side. Twin killing would end the inning. If not, Delilah Aguirre will bat. It's the 1-2. This is outside. Chambers on the day, 2 for 6, 3 RBIs. Now has 15 on the season. Steadily moved up the batting order this season for Aurora. Swing and a ground ball that was not played by Geyer. She was expecting a hop, didn't get it. It rolls into right. Feeway scores. Rayborn is into 3rd. And Chambers will advance to 2nd on the throw. And that'll be the 3rd error of the day for UW Stevens Point. So it is 7-3 now. 2 runners now in scoring position. Delilah Aguirre behind here 0-1. And now behind 0-2 as that one is fouled back. Oh, 2 here to Aguirre. Breaking ball outside. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Chopper just fouled on the third base side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aguirre 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored here in game 2. 3 for 5 on the day. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the 2-2 offering. Misses upstairs. 3-2. Two runners in scoring position. Payoff pitch here. Line drive in the left, base hit. Rayborn scores. Chambers rounds third. She's in with the slide. And Aguirre has a 2-run single and advances to second on the throw. It is 9-3, Aurora. And Ryan Knitzer is out of the dugout. And we'll see if a change is forthcoming here. Aurora now with 7 hits in the ball game. And we will have a pitching change here. Mackenzie Honish is out of the dugout, and she will come in here with 1 out in the 7th. Pitching change timeout. Aurora leading UW-Stevens Point 9-3. New pitcher for UW-Stevens Point is the sophomore from Oconto, Wisconsin, Mackenzie Honish. It'll be her 7th appearance and 6th out of the bullpen. 3.68 ERA in 13 1/3 innings. Facing Shelby Lynn here with a runner on second. 1 out. And Aurora leading 9-3. First pitch to Lynn misses. Count is 1-0, and now 2-0 as that one misses too high. Last appearance for Honish. 2 innings of 1-run ball. Not allow a hit in that combined no-hitter against SUNY Old Westbury. Count is 2-0 to Lynn, who is 1 for 3 in the contest. That's 3 straight misses to begin this plate appearance. 9-3 Aurora. 6 runs in the 5th, 3 in here in the 7th. And it'll be strike in at the letters. Thought it was ball 4 from up here. Hitters count, though, for the Spartans 7 hitter, the 6th batter of the frame. Hanish sees the 3-1 shot sharply foul. And the count is full. The defense has struggled a bit here in game 2 for UW Stevens Point. Ground ball off the glove of the diving Traxel, and Lynn will reach with the infield single. Aguirre moves up to third. Runners on the corners now, and still just 1 out for Jordan Seafried, who will take strike 1. Seafried had the 2-run single that tied the game in the 5th. He's 1 for 3 here in the nightcap. Falls behind here 0-2. Fouled that right off of the light standard, and then the ball will remain on the UW Stevens Point dugout for the foreseeable future. That one might not be playable for some time. Count is 0-2. Still just 1 out. Fastball well outside. One and 2 here to the 8th hitter in the Spartan order. Hanish, the right-hander, winds and misses too high. Count evens here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right now the line for McKenna Tekach, 2 1/3 innings, 6 runs, only 1 earned. Two. Ground ball, fielded cleanly by Sabrario at third. She'll go around the horn, but not able to complete the double play. Lynn will be retired for the 2nd out. Aguirre is in to score to make it 10-3. And Seafried has her 3rd RBI on the fielder's choice. 10-3 Aurora. And Faith Biggs at the plate. And we'll take ball 1 upstairs. 4 runs in this inning for Aurora. Fastball misses too high, and it's 2-0. Count 2-0 here. Top of the 7th, 10-3 Aurora. It's 3 straight too high. That one went off of the glove of the catcher Baker. And Seafried will advance. The 3-0 pitch is in for strike 1. Count 3-1. And Biggs will step out. Three 1 misses low and inside. And Biggs will walk here, and Aurora will bring the full order to the plate again. Josie Liddon has now stepped to the plate in 3 straight innings. Sacrifice in the 5th, ground out in the 6th. She's 0 for 3 in game 2, 1 for 7 on the day. Hanisch will start her off with strike 1. It will require a very big inning for UW Stevens Point in the bottom of the 7th to avoid a sweep today. 0-1 is fouled off. Get no balls and 2 strikes here. Hanisch trying to get out of this without any further damage. Oh, 2 well outside. A ball and a strike here. A ball and 2 strikes, that is, to Liddon. Swings and misses, and that will finally end the 7th inning. But Aurora brings all 9 in the order to the plate. They score 4 times. Only 1 is earned. 3 hits, an error, 2 left. And it is last chance time for UW Stevens Point. They trail Aurora going to the bottom of the 7th, 10-3. McKenna T-Catch will lead off the bottom of the 7th for UW Stevens Point, with the Pointers trailing 10-3, and Maddie Buskey on the cusp of the complete game victory. She'll start off T-Catch with strike 1 over the outside corner, and then misses low and away with ball 1. Breaking ball on 1-1 is hit out to second on a roll. Liddon has it. And the throw is in time for the first out. Which will bring Rachel Baker to the plate here. 6 runs for Aurora in the 5th, 4 in the 7th. Only 3 of the 10 runs earned in this contest. Baker takes strike 1, hit a 2-run inside the park homer in the 2nd. Falls behind 0-2 here as that one is sprayed foul and into the seats. And you could hear the thud of it slamming into the bleachers out in front. And so many foul balls, we've run out of them. Count is 0-2 here to Rachel Baker. Another foul ball here. Go to again, breaking ball misses outside. Well, you look at the Aurora bats and a lot of big days. 1-2 is swung on and hit well and out of here, but foul. Well, Baker, who hit her first career home run in inside the park fashion, was not far from hitting her second one out in the more traditional form, and instead remains behind in the count 1-2. Now 2-2 as Buskey misses outside. But as I was saying, if you look at this Aurora order up and down, a lot of really nice performances. Sharply hit ball out to short that Talaga fields on a hop. Able to get up, make a good throw across the diamond. And there are 2 outs with Abby Van Beek, the last chance here for Stevens Point. He's 0 for 2. Fouls off the first pitch she sees. Delilah Aguirre 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs in both games. Nightcap, 2-run single on a fielder's choice. 0-1 fouled off here. Pointers down to their final strike. Tyler Chambers with an RBI extends her hitting streak. Ashley Talaga's will likely be coming to an end here, unless a substantial 2-out rally is in the cards here for Stevens Point. 0-2 pitch in the dirt here to Van Beek. 1-2, and a pop up to second. Liddon is there, and the ball game is over. Aurora has the sweep today. A 7-2 game 1 victory. They take game 2 10-3. Have the final totals coming up. This is Aurora University softball. Aurora takes 2 on this Friday evening. They win the nightcap over UW Stevens Point 10-3. Final totals, 10 runs on 8 hits for Aurora. They leave 6. UW Stevens Point with 3 runs on 4 hits. They strand 2. But of note, they commit 3 errors, which end up leading to 7 unearned runs in the contest. The last 2 particularly costly, and it ends up leading to a couple of losses for the Pointers today. Madeline Buskey with the complete game victory. 7 innings, 3 earned runs on 4 hits and a walk. She struck out 1. Moves to 4-0 with the victory. It'll be Abby Van Beek taking the loss. Went 4+ innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Allowed only 3 hits. They were the first 3 to begin the 5th. They all came around the score. And so she falls to 7-6 after taking the game 1 loss as well. For Aurora, Delilah Aguirre 2 for 3 with a 2-run single in the 7th. Came around the score twice. Shelby Lynn was 2 for 4. Jordan Seafried 1 for 3 with a run and 3 RBIs. Faith Biggs was 1 for 3 with a run, and Gemma Feeway 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Tyler Chambers 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 5th and a run scored. For UW-Stevens Point, Jesse Clicker, a solo home run. Rachel Baker, a 2-run inside the park shot. Hits for Meg Lawrence and Becca Geyer. Geyer also scored on the Baker home run. That's it for the offense for UW-Stevens Point. So with the victory, Aurora moves to 14-2. UW-Stevens Point drops to 13-7. Time of game 2, 1 hour and 41 minutes. We have to thank, as always, the Aurora University Game Day crew, led by our graduate assistant, Ali Texera today. Could not do it without them. Aurora the wins today, 7-2 in game 1, 10-3 in game 2. Spartans next in action on Sunday, right here against St. Norbert for a noon start in the first of 2 contests. My name is Sean Fry. Glad you've been with us. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Aurora University Softball today here at athletics.aurora.edu.